So overnight, a legal win for the president's push to restore law and order in L.A. As a federal court rules, he can keep the National Guard deployed there as protests rage across Los Angeles. Moments ago, President Trump reacting on Truth Social saying, quote, "If I didn't send the military into Los Angeles, that city would be burning to the ground right now. We saved L.A. Thank you for the decision." Former federal prosecutor Jonathan Fahey served as the acting ICE director under President Trump's first term, and he joins us now. Jonathan, thanks so much for joining the program this morning.
Thank you.
You know, it's really hard to follow the courts on this. You had that decision late in the evening, and then you got one overnight from the courts. But I think when you look at the merits, they're going to stand with the president on this issue, right?
I think you're exactly right, and it's probably not over in the court system.
Right.
This will ultimately be heard by the Ninth Circuit and then possibly the Supreme Court. But the merits that President Trump is on are very strong. This statute allows him to bring in the National Guard when he decides that there is an interference with federal agencies doing their jobs. And clearly that was the case here. It's not even arguable that these rioters, their whole intent was to prevent the ICE from doing their jobs. That was their stated purpose.
That's
and
right.
What makes this case even more unique is California wasn't even trying to help. It's not like their local law enforcement was trying to help and they were unsuccessful. They were, at least in spirit, with the rioters in this case. So President Trump was not only right, it was his responsibility to do so, and things would have gotten a whole lot worse if he didn't.
Yeah, it's just one of those cases where you see the Democrats continue using the courts to delay because they realize that it's really not under real good legal footing, but they don't care. It's delay. I want to get your attention to Senator Padilla because yesterday he was removed from the Secretary of Homeland Security's presser, and this is how he behaved. Watch.
Hands up, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your hands off.
On the ground. On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go and put them behind my back.
All right. Cool. One hand. Lay flat. Lay flat.
So it was clearly a political stunt, right?
Clearly a political stunt and really bizarre behavior for a United States senator to act like this was somehow legitimate. And what makes this even worse is the reaction of other Democrats to
That's
this.
right.
Because the other Democrats have essentially said,